Today I'm going to talk about Captain America Civil War. It's a great film, but I'm going to point out the flaws in a lot of small little segments of videos. So this segment is about, or this video is about, one-dimensional characters in the Civil War. One-dimensional characters. Mainly William Hurt's character, General Thunderbolt Ross. If that name sounds familiar, it is supposed to be familiar if you have seen the Hulk movies. I think Thunderbolt Ross was very prominent, was prominently featured in Ang Lee's rendition or version of the Hulk, since the Hulk was dating General Thunderbolt Ross's daughter, the very beautiful, what's her face, she was so beautiful, but now she's very thin, anorexically thin, and she is, I think, married to Paul Bettany, if I'm not mistaken, who plays the Vision in the Civil War. And that actress, first time I saw her was in Dark City. Ooh, she was plump and full of vigor and very beautiful, very beautiful. Of course, she was a bit too plump in Dark City, and later on she lost a bit of weight and she was very beautiful. And unfortunately, as time goes by, she became thinner and thinner and thinner, so now she's like a skeleton. Not that attractive at all. And speaking of Dark City, Alex Proyas had a very good career, but it just keeps on falling down like a rock. His latest movie, I'm not sure, was savaged by critics. What was that movie called? It was so underwhelming, and I did not see it, and I already forgot about it. But never mind. One-dimensional characters. General Thunderbolt Ross. He was just one-dimensional because his portrayal of this character was, at first it was quite sympathetic when he was meeting the Avengers on the round table, telling them or explaining to them about the casualties that the Avengers have inflicted on the general populace. He was diplomatic, like a senator, which he is, I think, and he was sympathetic. It lends a character to him. He is not a robot. But after that, he became a caricature. He became like the bureaucratic side of things. He was like boring, monotonous, and just plain dull. He was like, oh, I want those superheroes in my prison, the rough, the water prison or something like that. Oh, I want them in here. Those who did not sign the protocol or the some kind of Ukrainian name protocol. I want them in my prison. Oh, they escaped. Oh, this is one-dimensional. I felt that he did not have an impact on the movie. Of course, you can say, oh, it's only 2.5 hours long, this movie, and there are so many characters and they got to flesh out 90% of the characters. Yes, that's true. So the other 10% is including this General Thunderbolt Ross. He was not fleshed out at all. So the other person will be so another second character is, he's called 没有啊，没有啊。哦，冇啊。So it's just a person who's asking for all those whatchamacall, donations for the poor. So they're outside. So it's around 11:20 AM. consistent. Wants things from old stuff, old clothes, and suddenly donations for money. Very can be quite irritating. So the second character that I want to talk about in this one-dimensional characters in the Civil War is Martin Freeman's character by the name of what's his Everett K. Ross. Everett K. Ross is another character that's almost similar to Thunderbolt Ross's character. So I'm not sure why he needs to be in this movie. He's like guarding the, is if helping in transporting and imprisoning the Winter Soldier. So that's his role. Oh, I too want to imprison people like the Winter Soldier, and also at last Baron Zemo, not Baron Zemo, Mr. Zemo, who was just a soldier, not a Baron in this MCU or multicultural universe. So also one-dimensional, unfortunately so. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Terrible indeed. They could have done something with Martin Freeman. Man, Martin Freeman, Bilbo Baggins. Of course, I'm not going to talk about Peter Jackson's latest 3 movies called The Hobbit. That is an abomination by itself. It was not enjoyable and it was boring. A boring CGI fuckfest. Martin Freeman is excellent as Sherlock Holmes' waifu. What's his name? Okay, if I want to invoke his name or remember his name, all I need to do is use Sherlock Holmes' favorite phrase. Comprehensively. Comprehension, dear boy. What was that? What he says all the time? Elementary. Elementary, dear boy. Or is it elementary name? He plays elementary, dear boy. Elementary. Oh god, what's his name? Shit. Martin Freeman plays he's known as the God damn it, my internet is slow. In the Sherlock Holmes, what? Elementary, dear Watson. That was the phrase that I wanted to use, but I forgot about it. Elementary, dear Watson. Something like that. Elementary, dear Watson. So he is quite a talented actor, and he was wasted in this Civil War by being a one-dimensional character. Haha! You're in my box of imprisonment, Zemo and Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier, oh, the name terrible. It's like something like a cough drop. Winter melon. Winter cough drops. Winter what's that? You know when you smoke and you want it to be cold? Winter, oh god, I forgot what's the name of the property in the cigarettes. And what are those cigarettes called? Mint. Those mint cools down. Winter mint or something like that. What is the name of that cigarette? What's the name? Tell me in the comments below. I forgot already. There are normal cigarettes and there are cigarettes that makes your breath minty and cool. And I don't smoke much, and I hate smoking that. If I were to like ask for a fag from a friend and he has the cool type, I just don't like it at all. The word that I was looking for was menthol cigarettes. So like winter menthol and stuff. And when I hear the word menthol, I think of Mentos. And is it Mentos? Is that 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 advertisement with the song "Every trace to do, baby name is you, da 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 da." Fresh blows better, Mentos freshness. Fresh blows better, Mentos make me more and more. This song, focus. This song was like planted into my head by YMS, or Your Movie Sucks, because he was parodying the segment of this zombie movie, World War Z, is it called? Yeah, World War Z, starring Brad Pitt. There was a scene in it where Brad Pitt went to a vending machine and he needed to create a commotion or a distraction, so he took the can, drank it, because it's like product endorsement, it's Pepsi. He drank it and he opened the lock, and all the cans from that machine fell, and YMS did a segment with that song. And that song is very catchy. So one-dimensional character, don't smoke, even those menthol cigarettes is really bad for health. And there's a rumor going on, or a rumor that has been around for ages, that says you smoke menthol cigarettes, it makes you impotent quicker. The validity of this claim, I'm not sure, and you have to take it with a pinch of salt, because there were no scientific studies on this subject, or this perimeter of making your dick not hard when you smoke menthol cigarettes specifically. So, and another one-dimensional character is Paul Bettany's character by the name of Vision. I don't really like Vision. Vision is like more of a computer construct, which he is a computer construct. He was formerly Iron Man's computer program butler thing, and was given life because of a crystal, one of the Infinity Gems. And I do not know how it plays out, because if Thanos is coming for all the gems, that means he's going to take the gem from Mr. Vision here. If he takes it, that means will the Vision die, or he just continues on having a character, having his souls. I mean, he has no more soul without the gem, and does that mean he just continues on being a robotic or cybernetic, or okay, as a robot without the crystal gem? That means he's really like a robot and has no soul. What happens? It's weird. It's not exciting to think about it, because Thanos is going to come, grab the crystal, he dies, and since he's a robot, maybe he becomes just a normal robot without feelings. With that crystal, he has a bit of feelings and a lot of power. A lot of power. But without crystal, he's just a dead weight. He's just a robot with a couple of characters, a couple of character traits, and that's all. So he's another one-dimensional character, since he's a robot, kinda like a robot. So boring. And all these three characters were one-dimensional characters, and even the Winter Soldier has more characteristics more than all the three combined previously. Martin Freeman, Thunderbolt Ross, and Paul Bettany, all their characters, if combined together, is much lower than the Winter Soldier. Of course, you can say the Winter Soldier was the focal point of the Civil War, right? All his characters very one tone, very monotonous, and there's not much emotion to his character. He's like a brainwashed person, and that's why he has this one-dimensionality to him. But he is more relatable. He is not a one-dimensional character at all. That's how I feel about him. He is supposed to be a one-dimensional character, but he isn't. And the others who are not supposed to be one-dimensional characters are. So yes, you can say, oh, there are so many characters, don't have time to flesh out the other people, the other characters' character. Well, that's an excuse. We could have made Civil War a really solid movie, but how the characters were played out, particularly Martin Freeman and Thunderbolt Ross, it's not good at all. They should have, like, when they were going through the editing or producing the movie, they could have said, oh, his character, Martin Freeman's character, is so snarky and one-dimensional. He's just a extreme character. That means he's either very evil or very good. There's no in between. So his character is just off the spectrum, silly and stupid, which we do not want in our movies currently, because we have already stepped out of the dark ages, which was in the 80s, in terms of the TV tropes and TV way of making things, which is either you're too evil or you're too good, which Disney should learn from, because all the cartoons is just stupid and very back in the 80s and 90s mindset, which is girls are in distress, they need help from men, and they cannot fend for themselves, so they have to do something else. They should like move on with the ages. Women, empower the women. I know it's not supposed to be SJWs here, or what SJW is, social justice warriors. Fuck it, never mind. This is one-dimensional characters in the Civil War. They could have done better, but they did not, unfortunately. But it's still a good movie. Go and watch it. I even enjoyed the movie, even though it's a SD copy or standard definition. It's not HD, but it was good enough.